through a field. A frame hangs on the air, and the pixels dilate, deciding whether to cooperate in their color show, to complement, or to resist varieties of human seeing. The rod, the cone, the baton, the root, the bone. A frame hangs on the air of our words as we fight again in the kitchen, hanging on what I almost said to your face, with an object, a remote or a spatula, still gripped in my fist, and blood whispering in my ears from the proof of the bonded whiskey. I walk at night so I can appreciate the next day, and I know it is a privilege to stew in my emotions and return when I want. I suck on my teeth, firm in my jaw. A frame hangs on the air. I want to focus on a part of the myth where Dionysus is a wanderer because he was half unlike any other god, born of a mortal mother. He wandered until he filled with more ichors than any unquestioned god, and earned his rest in Olympus. Mist erasing the grid of every field of vines he stepped through. Falcons lurking in the rafters of every barn. A frame hangs on the air. It is round and creosotic, and I crawl deep into its tunnel to the outerness, chanting, oh, ow, no, no, now, yes, 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 yay, yow. But declaring yourself unleashed is like declaring bankruptcy, is like a child fighting its nature. You are still tied to your creature, dragging the ghost of your jesses. A frame hangs on the air. I hereby make an anatomical gift, lay my flesh tone over your silver tone, my bone against your scythe. I'm ready to experience true sight, so I toss my eggs, my bonnets, my bloodied oranges into the frame, and there, ever after, I watch them hang.
A teardrop, a face in a frame. The molecular composition of tears cried in joy differs from that of tears cried in sadness or physical pain. There is a way to reduce and evaluate ourselves even further. Our fealty to the image. What does it mean to change that pronoun from their to our, to be inside the act of our own looking? A double form of being seen and perhaps unconsenting, twice or many times. How to know the intentions of the seer, to invert the scopophiliac's pleasure into terror, and back again. The camera frame becomes a zone of human exclusion. On these screens, it does not represent a face, but an avatar of a crime foretold. Your culpability as a necessary precondition of your existence. To bear the image, bearing witness, there is an activity there, a burden placed on the watcher. As opposed to being seen, as one passively runs across screens like water over a stone, giving us the appearance of being automated, another unit of information to be processed, then voided into a place outside the frame. Commercial sincerity, social security, trust breaking, judicial credibility. These are phrases introduced within a 2014 State Council resolution describing a social credit scheme engineered by the Communist Party of China. Beginning in 2020, these benchmarks will be used to rate involuntary participants throughout China. Sincerity, like all interface relationships, constrains in two directions. Outer appearances more closely reflect inner thoughts. Inner thoughts are trained to conform more to outer appearances and their constraints. The social credit system is a national reputation system intended to standardize the assessment of citizens and businesses' economic and social reputation, or credit. As of mid-2018, it is unclear whether the system will be an ecosystem of various scores and blacklists run by both government agencies and private companies, or if it will be one unified system. Big data and behavioral analytics are the system's fundamental elements. Data fragments are classified into 5 categories. Credit history, which reflects users' past payment history and level of debt. The user's fulfillment capacity, or their ability to fulfill contract obligations. Personal characteristics that examine the extent and accuracy of personal information. Revelations of users' online behavior and their preferences. And lastly, interpersonal relationships, a reflection of the online characteristics of a user's friends. Obedience to the state, and concordantly capital, is gamified. As Alipay's slogan reminds us, trust makes it simple. What is the connection between surveillance of finances and surveillance of civic activity? Computer vision and other modes of making visible come together on the urban landscape, in both the built environment and its more ephemeral architectures.
I didn't expect to see you here. I didn't expect to see you here. I didn't expect to see you. Well, here we are. I'm disappointed in you. I'm disappointed in you.
Say, I'm disappointed in myself.
I'm disappointed in myself.
Say,
Should I say that? I never saw this coming. How many times should I say that?
One more time.
I'm leaving you. I'm disappointed.
Say that line again.
How many times should I say that?
Ask again.
You here. I never saw. I'm leaving you.
Say it softer. One more time.
say it like you never could picture yourself saying that.
I'm leaving you. I didn't expect to see. How many times?
It's silly, but there's a lot of parallel.
We're back in Deadwood.
John and I live in San Francisco. We've got about a 7,000 square foot place.
All right,
South of Market.
let's try it.
We're gonna do it. Here we go.
Hey, take your motorcycle out there, will you? Thanks a lot, Sean. Which one, eh?
Red one.
Oh, yeah. It's a little more getting. I got it out of the flash.
I know, dude. Flash need to keep going on. Hey.
Bye.